Today here we discuss effect of temperature on drift velocity. In previous lecture we discuss about free electron theory of conductor, and on the basis of free electron theory of conductor we discuss thermal velocity of free electrons. Second one is the drift velocity of free electrons, and there is a relation between drift velocity and the relaxation time of free electron. The relaxation time of free electron is defined as the average time taken in two successive collision of free electrons, and order of relaxation time of free electron is 10 to the power minus 14 second. Today here we discuss effect of temperature on drift velocity. In previous lecture, we derive relation between drift velocity and relaxation time. So now here expression for drift velocity. So now here Vd is equal to Ee by m tau. Vd is equal to Ee by m tau. Now here Vd is directly proportional to tau. This one is the equation number 1. But relaxation time is given as the ratio of mean free path divided by root mean square velocity. So now here tau is equal to, this one is the mean free path denoted by lambda, and a root mean square, that means VRMS. In kinetic theory of gases in 11th class we found VRMS directly proportional to root T. T is the absolute temperature, where capital T absolute temperature. That means from equation 2 it is clear that relaxation time is inversely proportional to VRMS, and VRMS is directly proportional to square root of temperature. So now here this one is a 3. Now from 2 and 3 we get what? Get here tau is inversely proportional to VRMS, and it is VRMS is directly proportional to temperature. That means this one is the T. That means if temperature increase, relaxation time decrease. So now here we have to prove, that means there is a relation between the relaxation time and the temperature, and now here we use equation 1. From equation 1, drift velocity is directly proportional to relaxation time, and this relaxation time is inversely proportional to here temperature. So now here this one is the equation number 4. Now from equation 1 and 4 we get from 1 and 4 we get Vd is directly proportional to tau, and tau is inversely proportional to temperature. If temperature increased, drift velocity decrease. If temperature decrease, drift velocity of free electron increase. Now this one is the effect of temperature on drift velocity. Now here next topic one is the relation between drift velocity and the electric current. relation between drift velocity and electric current. To derive the relation between drift velocity and electric current, here we take concept of free electron theory of conductor. According to free electron theory of conductor, there are lot of number of free electron present in conductor at room temperature. These electrons are randomly moved in all possible direction in absence of electric field. If we apply electric potential across conductor, then there is an electric field produced. If there is an electric field produced, then each free electron experiences an electrostatic force. Due to electrostatic force, there is an acceleration produced. That means all electron gain final velocity, and average of final velocity of all electron in presence of electric field is called drift velocity. Now to derive the relation between drift velocity and the electric current, here we take a conductor. This one is the conductor. This conductor have cross section area capital A. This one is the cross section area, and the length of this conductor is L. Now here we apply a battery, a source across this wire, then there is a electric field produced. If there is a electric field produced, then all electrons move with drift velocity opposite to field, because electron have negative charge, and the negative charge experience force opposite to direction of field. Here field in right side, that means force experienced by this electron in left side, that means velocity of this electron in left side. Now here let small n is the number of free electron in per unit volume of conductor. A is the cross section area of conductor. Now here A is the cross section area of conductor. L is the length of conductor. Then volume of conductor. Volume of conductor is equal to A into L. Since small n number of free electron in per unit volume of conductor, then what is the value of total electron in this conductor? N is the number of free electron in per unit volume, and the total volume of conductor is Al. That means total number of free electron in conductor. Now total number of free electrons in conductor Al into En. Let small e is the charge on each electron. Then net charge in conductor. Net charge, that means here we take notation capital Q. Net charge, that means number of electron presence in conductor multiplied by charge on each electron. So now here this one is the total number of free electron present in conductor multiplied by charge on each electron. That means this became total charge inside the conductor. Now time taken by free electron from one end to other end with velocity Vd. Vd is the drift velocity and the length of conductor is L. That means time taken by free electron from one end to another end with velocity v is given as time is equal to distance upon speed or displacement upon velocity. Length of conductor is small l. That means if electron move from one end to another end, then it travel length equal to length of conductor. So now here L divided by Vd. This one is the time. Now here charge calculated, here time calculated. Now here we use definition of electric current. Definition of electric current is equal to charge upon time. Now by definition of electric current, I is equal to Q by T. Now substituting the value of Q and T, we get here I is equal to here ALN E. This one is the L divided by Vd. Here L to L cancel. I is equal to NEA Vd. This one is the relation between electric current and the drift velocity. This is the relation between electric current and drift velocity. Now here we use previous relation, that means relation between drift velocity and relaxation time, but here Vd is equal to EE by m, where E is the magnitude of electric field intensity, small m is the mass of electron, and the small is the charge of electron, and the tau is the relaxation time. That means I is equal to here NEA EE by m tau. What is the value here? Final result is now I is equal to n, here E and here E, that means E square A E divided by m tau. So now here electric current also directly proportional to relaxation time, and the relaxation and also I is directly proportional to Vd, and Vd is directly proportional to tau, and the tau is inversely proportional to temperature. So these are the relation between electric current, drift velocity, relaxation time, and the temperature. If temperature increases, then electric current decreases, because if temperature increases, then drift velocity decreases, and in conductor electric current produced due to drifting of free electrons. Now next result, but here E is equal to V by L. If here we use E is equal to E by L, then I is equal to NE square A, here m tau and at place of capital E, we use V by L, that means V by L. So now here I is equal to NE square A ml tau V. Since relaxation time depends on temperature, if temperature remains constant, that means relaxation time also constant. So now if temperature remains constant, then tau is equal to constant. Then for given conductor, this whole factor is a constant. Number of free electron per unit volume of conductor is a constant. E is the charge of electron is a constant. A is the area of cross section of conductor. That means for given conductor, A and L also constant, and M is the mass of electron is the universal constant. Relaxation time depends on temperature. Now here we take temperature remains constant, that means relaxation time constant, that means this total factor remains constant. Now here Ne square A tau ml is equal to constant. If this one is the constant, then what happens? If this factor remains constant, then we say that here I directly proportional to V. From this expression, here I is equal to NE square A tau ml, here V, and for temperature remains constant, this relaxation time is constant, and for given conductor this whole factor remains constant. If this whole factor remains constant, then I directly proportional to here V. This one is the Ohm's law. This is the Ohm's law. That means this is the proof of Ohm's law on the basis of free electron theory of conductor. Now here next topic what is the current density. Current density denoted by J. This one is the J. Current density is defined as the amount of electric current passes through per unit cross section area held perpendicular to the direction of flow of charge. Now here we take this one is the conductor and this one is the cross section area. This one is the cross section. It have area A, then area vector perpendicular to this cross section outward, and this one is the direction of current. That means flow of charge. This is the direction of flow of charge. So now here direction of flow of charge is perpendicular to cross section. This one is the direction of flow of charge. Direction of flow of charge. So now here if the direction of flow of charge in direction of area vector, then ratio of this amount of current and area is called current density. So now here current density is equal to J, and J is equal to I by A. That means J is equal to here I by A. This one is the expression for current density. Current density is defined as amount of electric current passes through per unit cross section area held perpendicular to the direction of propagation of charge. That means if area cross section area is perpendicular to direction of propagation of charge. Now here this one is the area, this one is direction of flow of charge, and this angle, that means here we take a line, this angle is 90 degree. If direction of flow of charge make an angle 90 degree with cross section or in direction of area vector, then current density J is equal to I by A. Now if we take another conductor and this one is the here cross section, and this one is the direction of electric current, and this one is the direction of area vector. Area vector always taken perpendicular to the cross section. This one is the cross section. Now what happened? This one is the angle theta. Now here we take component of this area vector along the direction of electric current. So now here this one is the component. This component is A cos theta. In this case, current density is defined as electric current divided by A cos theta. That means this expression is applicable when direction of electric current and direction of area vector are same. If direction of area vector in direction of electric current, then this expression is applicable here. So now here I is equal to JA cos theta. Now here I is equal to J dot A. From this expression it is clear that current density is a vector quantity. Area vector and the current density is also vector quantity, and the product of two scalar product of two vectors, that means dot product of two vectors gives scalar. Electric current is a scalar quantity. Here note, current density is a vector quantity. Here vector J is equal to I upon vector A. Since area vector is a vector quantity and the current is a scalar quantity, hence current density is a vector quantity. SI unit of current density. What is the SI unit of current density? From this expression it is clear that unit of current is ampere and the unit of cross section area is meter square. That means ampere per meter square. Now what is the dimension formula? Dimensional formula. Here dimension formula is dimension formula of this ampere, and this one is the m power minus 2. So now here ampere, that means ampere ही, and m that means m0, l पे power minus 2 and t0 a. This one is the dimension formula of current density. Now next topic one is the relation between current density and the drift velocity. Relation between current density and drift velocity. According to free electron theory, relation between electric current and the drift velocity is I is equal to NeAVD. So now here we use expression here. According to free electron theory of conductor, I is equal to NeAVD, where N is the number density of free electron and A is the cross section area, and Vd is the drift velocity. By definition of current density, by definition of current density, J is equal to I by A. Now here we substitute the value of I from this expression. What is the value of I? Value of I is equal to NeAVD. Here we substitute the value of NeAVD. This one is the equation number 1. This one is the equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2 we get equation 1 and 2 we get here J is equal to NeAVD divided by A to A cancel, J is equal to NeVD. From this expression it is clear that current density is independent to cross section area of conductor, and this one is the relation between current density and the drift velocity. So now here current density is directly proportional to drift velocity. This is the relation between J and Vd. From above expression it is clear that current density is independent to cross section area of conductor. So now here is a question: if cross section area of a conductor became double, what effect on current density? Answer is there is no effect, because current density is independent to cross section area of conductor. भैया ये भैया Now next topic, what is the mobility of charge carrier? It is denoted by mu. Now here mobility of charge carrier is defined as drift velocity per unit electric field. Again we repeat here, mobility of charge carrier is defined as the drift velocity per unit electric field. That means here mu is equal to Vd by E. This one is the expression for drift mobility of charge carrier. Mobility of charge carrier is defined as drift velocity per unit electric field. Now Vd is equal to E by m tau. This expression is very important expression for free electron theory of conductor. In each derivation there is a role of Vd, because in conductor there is a electric current due to drifting of electron. That means electric current depends on drift velocity, and the drift velocity depends on electric field intensity and the relaxation time. Now here we transfer this electric field intensity in left side, then what happens? Vd by E. This E transfer here. Now here E by m tau, and Vd by E is equal to, here Vd by E is equal to mu. That means mu is equal to em tau. That means this one is the expression for mobility of charge carrier. For any charge, mu is equal to q by m tau. This one is the expression for any charge. A symbol of any charge is small q or capital Q. for electron, mu is equal to E by m tau. For proton, mu p is equal to E by mp tau. Small is the charge on electron and small is the charge on proton, because charge on electron and proton both have same magnitude. Here m is the 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram mass of electron, and here mp is the 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram mass of proton. From this expression is here clear that mass of proton is greater than mass of electron. If mass of proton is greater than mass of electron, that means mobility of electron is greater than mobility of proton. This is the reason due to which there is a electric current in conductor is maximum, because there is a free electron present. If there is a free electron in any solid, in any substance, then there is a maximum electric current found. SI unit of mobility, SI unit of mobility. So here mobility mu is equal to am tau. What is the SI unit? Charge, that means coulomb. M is the mass kilogram, and there is a relaxation time have unit second. So now here SI unit is coulomb, or here we write per kilogram coulomb second. What is the dimension formula? Dimension formula is here m to power minus 1. This one is the charge, that means 80. Now here A, and here T, and this one is the T also, that means m to power minus 1 L0 T square A. This one is the dimension formula of mobility. Now there is some numerical in PDF. First one is the wire of length 6 centimeter. Here L is given 6 centimeter, and area of cross section, that means A is equal to 1 millimeter square, 1 mm square, that means 10 to the power 6 meter square. Here 1 mm is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Now here we use square, and current is 2 ampere. I is equal to here 2 ampere. If unit cube meter of metal of a wire contain 10 to the power 29 free electron, that means here n, small n is equal to 10 to the power 29 is here given, because this is the number of free electron in per cubic unit volume. They find the average time taken by an electron to cross the length of wire. Now here we use this expression I is equal to NEA VD, and now here we find VD is equal to I upon NEA. Now substituting the value of here I, what is the I? I is equal to 2, N is equal to 10 to the power 29, E is equal to 1.6, 10 to the power minus 19, and this have the cross section area 10 to the power minus 6. And solve it, we get VD. Here we get VD, and then final here we use this one is the VD. Here we all are calculate. We are calculate VD, and then use formula. Formula is equal to, here we have to found the time, time is equal to length upon VD. Length is given 6 centimeter, and you all are calculate from VD this expression, and substituting this we get here, solve it. And here next problem is the find the current density in the wire of diameter 0.2 centimeter in which current of 10 ampere flows. So now here we have to find the current density in second. J is equal to I upon A, and here I is given 10 ampere, and the diameter is given here 0.2 centimeter. That means here radius is equal to 0.1 centimeter, 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So now here area cross section area of the pi r square here 3.14 into 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 whole square. That means 3.1 into 10 to the power minus 6. This one is the meter square, and use this relation. Now J is equal to here 10 divided by 3.14 into 10 to the power minus 6, and solve it. Now at last, third numerical one is the a stream of electron in a moving with a drift velocity. Here Vd is given. Drift velocity is given 5 mm per second. 5 mm per second. So now here 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter per second. This one is the Vd. If number density of electron B, that means small n, is given here 6 into 10 to the power 23 per centimeter cubic. So now here 6 into 10 to the power 23 into 10 to the power 6 meter cubic. That means 6 into 10 to the power 29 meter cubic. Calculate the current density. Here also find the current density, and the E is given. That means charge is given 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb here. So now here we use J is equal to N E Vd. Now all values are given. Here Vd given, here N given, here E given. Now substituting the value of these in this expression and solve it, here we get result. So now here 6 into 10 to the power 29, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and here what is the value of D? 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Solve it.